Is Bitcoin ready to start its capitulation sell-off? We're going to take a look at today's charts and see what we can find, maybe indicating that Bitcoin could possibly be ready to sell off to some lower numbers. Taking a look at the charts, let's jump on into it. Stick around and let's go ahead and get started, folks. All right, so if you are brand new to the channel, we use the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace alongside with the TI sequential by ToneVase and the market guide buy and sell signals. So we're using a few paid for indicators. You can find the links in the description box below if you want to check those out. Also, I believe CryptoFace is still running his 50% off special. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, folks, to get this indicator package for half the price. Honestly, you're getting a way better price than I paid for it. So this is not an opportunity that you want to pass up. I'm not 100% sure how much longer he's going to be running the 50% off special, but please use the link in the description box below to help support the channel and sign up for Market Cipher too as well. Also, you can become an affiliate member and resell Market Cipher once you buy it as well. This is where you'll enter your own unique ID username to resell Market Cipher. So you don't enter Crypto Takeover here. You just go ahead and enter your name that you want to also be, if you want to be a referral user for Market Cipher as well. So yeah, just heads up there. I do believe the special will be running for a little bit longer, so definitely take advantage of it and go ahead and get signed up using my link in the description box below. I'd highly appreciate it. But folks, here on Crypto Takeover, we pretty much go over the charts every single day. Market Cipher is our bread and butter when it comes to the indicators that we use on this channel. And we're going to be taking a look to see what might be happening here. What is Bitcoin ready to capitulate maybe a little bit more? We've talked about in previous videos how our hash ribbon signal has given us a sell signal here with the capitulation, move to the downside. But what are we seeing here? We're starting to see a little bit of recovery take place. We're starting to see our hash ribbons kind of even out just a tad bit. So I wouldn't be getting really too bearish just yet. But let's zoom out here on the charts and then we'll kind of bring it back in once again. So zooming out here, we're having our first little sign of some red Heikin-Ashi candles too as well. Our 21 EMA is sitting right at about the 12.8 area. And, that's obviously a nice little area that we've had drawn out here to say that if we break below that 12.8 area, that's looking like we're going to probably move a little bit further to the downside too as well. I did want to take a look at our hash ribbons once again and just see like how long it took us to recover, from our capitulation area to the other direction too as well. So if we go from here all the way out to our last capitulation, it took about roughly 29 days, so about a month, And what we've been kind of waiting for here is to maybe see a little bit of an altcoin rally too as well. And I do believe some of the alts could possibly be ready to, rally as well. So we'll take a look at ETH today on the charts and kind of get an idea of maybe if alts are ready to kind of rally while Bitcoin maybe starts its capitulation or its sideways movement to the, to see whether or not we're going to get even more of a sell-off or possibly a pump after this too as well. I did want to kind of move on down to the charts, maybe zoom in just a tad bit, see what's happening here. You can see that we're getting some bearish divergences on the 12-hour time frames. And then also what we're seeing here is that, we're coming back down to retest the 21 EMA here on the 12-hour. Let's see if we've done that on the 21-hour too as well. We've retested the 21 EMA on the 21-hour, as you can see here. So you know what, folks? I wouldn't be surprised if we get a retest all the way down to our 21 EMA on the daily too as well, which is sitting right at about that 12.8 area. So as we continue on into the election period, that could be definitely a good sign to say if the markets are unsure, if the election's unsure, if they want to, do revoting or something like that, then it's probably going to be a little bit unsure and shaky in these markets for all markets probably too as well. But we're going to kind of go over the dollar index value too as well. As you can see here on the 10-hour, we've broken below our 21 EMA. I believe in some previous videos we were also keeping a close eye on maybe our 6-hour time frame, if I'm not mistaken, and possibly maybe looking for a candle close below our 21 EMA. As you can see, we've gotten a close below our, we're about to get a close below our 21 EMA here on the 6-hour. Possibly within the next 4 to 5 hours, we'll get a close below our 21 EMA. Now, I would say that that's probably going to lead us possibly down to that retest area of the high 12 area. So, it's an idea to short this, but overall, I'd be a little bit cautious shorting this because I still feel that we're going to probably end up moving sideways here. I don't think we're going to see a huge sell-off for the most part. I still feel like there's a lot of money that's wanting to come into Bitcoin too as well. And we can even see how just our money flow indicator on our one-day chart is still looking like it's pretty thick in the green here. And it doesn't look like it's trending to the downside either as well. And as we start to take a look at some of the other markets, I do believe that they have more of a potential sell-off based on the unsurety of the elections going on into November than Bitcoin does. And I do believe Bitcoin is going to be more or less one of the more better hedges against going into the rest of 2020 too as well. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart and see what's happening here. This also maybe give us could possibly give us a little bit of a clear direction on where alts are going to be at too as well in this market. Let's take a look at the 12-hour. As you can see here, we're starting to kind of curve off just a tad bit, even on the one-day chart. So the 12-hour chart is also giving us a retest on the 21 EMA. I was waiting to see if we had some overhead resistance anywhere. Yeah, and it looks like we've had some, purple trend lines here that have acted as once support, and now they could be acting as resistance. So what we're looking for is possibly another break above these trend lines, maybe finding support here on the 21 EMA on our 12-hour. More or less, it looks like we're probably going to find support on our 21 EMAs on the higher time frames here. And then I would say that we could possibly have another bounce to the upside. And this more or less just gives Bitcoin room to kind of move sideways, I would say, for the most part. You can see that we've kind of trended up over one of our purple trend lines here on the daily. So this could be acting as nice support for us. I would want to see our 21 EMA probably curve up just a tad bit, but our 2-day chart for Bitcoin dominance is still looking relatively bullish with our money flow just ready to kind of blast off here. So I would expect a little bit of a sideways movement here in the dominance chart, and then maybe another move to the upside. So this definitely looks like it probably gives altcoins a little bit more time to consolidate and possibly even rally too as well if we are to look at some of the altcoins. And folks, also in my trading group page on Patreon, I've gotten certain altcoin setups so y'all can come take a look at. So I do believe I have one more spot left available for the 35% off special. So if you're interested in getting in, I would highly recommend that you get in on a 35% off special. Once this fills, I'm closing off the 35% off special and it's back to full price. So if you want to join us on our Patreon page, feel free to join us. Link in the description box below. But right now we're taking a look at a few altcoins. I'm giving my top altcoin picks and also methods of return. So as you know, the space is kind of moving more towards this proof of stake mechanism, and that gives me an opportunity to kind of dive into some of these ways to stake your altcoins too as well and earn a percentage return based on your staking method. So I've been looking at different staking methods, and I've been updating our Patreon members as well too on ways that we're staking and wallets that we're using to stake as well. And then also just giving a daily analysis of our Bitcoin and where I think it's going to as well. So come over here, check us out in the Patreon page. You can see all the different perks and rewards that you get when you join. Once you join, I'll message you for your Discord username, and then I'll give you our special or our private category on Discord too as well. So if you're not already a member inside of our Discord server, you can join it. It is available to the public, but obviously we have our private categories that are only available to our Patreon members as well too. And so once you sign up for our Patreon membership, then I can give you access to those private categories. But folks, we're taking a look at the dominance chart, maybe taking a nice little break here for the most part. Looking at the 2-day, it does look like we are seeing a 9 on the TI sequential too as well, which will probably give us a little bit of some sideways movement here for the most part. But let's take a look at ETH really quick. Let's take a look at ETH USD, maybe see where ETH is headed to as well here. Looking at the daily, let's go on into the daily time frame, finding support on the 21 EMA here. So ETH definitely looks like it's ready to probably bounce off of the 21 EMA, possibly getting a green dot here on Cipher B as well. It could possibly give us another leg to the upside, as you can see. So let's go on into our lower time frames, just see what's happening here. 12-hour money flow is still looking relatively thin here. So I would still be unsure that the altcoins are going to give us this rally that, we're kind of looking for. I say that if anything, the markets are probably all going to move sideways, if not probably sell off. And then I would say that Bitcoin is definitely looking like it's going to be the best hedge of investment going on into the rest of 2020. It still looks like the altcoins may be a little shaky as of right now. As you can see here on the 10 hour, we're getting a blood diamond here on the 10 hour, which could lead to a little bit of a sell-off too as well. I would say it's not going to be a substantial sell-off just because our money flow is still looking relatively thin here. I think markets are still kind of unsure of themselves right now, and but I don't think that all the alts are going to rally during November. I think that they're still going to be a little bit unsure of themselves. It's still going to be a great time to start accumulating alts going on into 2021. I believe that 2021 will be, when the altcoins decide to rally. I think the rest of 2020 will be more Bitcoin dominance based. And then as we go into 2021, we'll start to see money flow into these altcoins, and also Bitcoin probably continue to rise too as well. But I definitely think that right now is the best time to start accumulating your altcoins. And we're given certain altcoin our top altcoin picks are all posted in our Patreon pages as well. So make sure that you come over there and join us, so that way you can see what altcoins we're taking a close eye and look at too as well. Let's go on into our dollar index value and see what's happening here. So we'll go into our fiat dollar index value and see what we can kind of tell based on these charts here. It did look like we were getting a nice little bullish rally here with the dollar index, which obviously, then leads to Bitcoin wanting to sell off too as well, right? These are kind of teeter-totter, the way that one market moves and the other market kind of sells off, even with gold and silver too as well. So even if we're going to take a look at gold and silver later, I would imagine that they're probably still going to be moving sideways, if not wanting to sell off as well too. Taking a look at the daily time frame on the dollar, you can still see that we've broken up above our resistance levels here, and that definitely looks like it's probably going to continue to the upside here too as well, which definitely will probably indicate that Bitcoin is still going to try to maybe move sideways or see a little bit of a sell-off as the dollar continues to possibly rise here in the near-term future as well. Based on how the election periods go, and we'll have to kind of gauge to see what's going to happen there with elections moving forward. Let's go on into our 8-hour time frame, see what's happening here. Money flow still looks like it's ready to kind of move up into that greenish area too as well. So I would imagine probably another nice little pump to the upside. I think we were looking around at the $97 area or so for the dollar index based on our 1-day chart and our 1-point extension on our 1-day chart here. With our green trend line, this is what looks like we could come back all the way up here, maybe to retest this trend line up here, this greenish trend line, or finding some resistance at about the $96 area or so. But it looks like we're probably ready to move back up above our 100 EMA here on our daily too as well, and then maybe find some resistance above head after we have a little bit of a bullish cross here too, as you can see. So that's the dollar index. We've taken a look at ETH. Let's go on into our total coin market cap. Let's take a look at that. Just kind of curious to see what's happening here with the total coin market cap, and see how Bitcoin wants to hold up with this too. It still looks like we're getting a nice substantial amount of money to come back up into these markets, and continue to keep the crypto space afloat too. Taking a look at the altcoin dominance chart. This is the total coin market cap excluding Bitcoin, which is mainly your altcoins too as well. Taking a look at the 12-hour here, you can see money flow is still relatively thin, as we've seen on ETH as well. And it looks like we're starting to see a red dot rejection here on our 12-hour. Let's go on into our 10-hour time frame. Also a blood diamond here, just as we've seen in ETH as well too. So I still think that alts are going to probably continue sideways for the most part. If not, it's going to be a great time to still accumulate these alts going on into 2021. I do believe that the alts will rally once we get into 2021 as well. So a great time to start, making your accumulations and getting ready for some of these alts to take rally. If not by the end of the month, possibly into December and January, we'll start to see some of these alts take off as Bitcoin continues to, see a steady rise probably after its little capitulation sell off. So what we're going to be doing with Bitcoin is keeping a close eye on the hash ribbons chart here. So the hash ribbons chart, obviously we're going to probably trend out sideways for maybe about a half a month or so, and then we're going to see our buy signal here with the hash ribbons. And actually I've programmed our Discord server for our Patreon members to actually signal the group when we get our buy signal there. So our capitulation signal did signal with our Discord group, and they were able to see when we got the capitulation signal. And then whenever we get the buy signal, they'll also be notified inside of Discord. And then we'll be ready to probably move this market all the way back up to that 14 15k area for the most part. But our NVT ratio is also probably going to need to cool off just a tad bit. As you can see here, it's kind of in an overbought area, so we're probably going to wait for this to kind of cool off just a tad bit, and then maybe make another rally to the upside. So that's what we're looking at. If we pass below our 21 EMA on our daily, obviously we're looking for lower numbers. So that's just a heads up for downside momentum. If that is to occur, just be ready for it. But folks, on top of that, I think we are pretty much done for today's video. I did want to kind of keep this short and simple. You can come over here and check out our Path to Cryptocurrency course. If you are a brand new investor inside of the space, I would highly recommend that you take a course, so that way you can make sure that you are doing everything you should be doing, such as storing your private keys safely, making sure that you're staying away from scams, and then also learning about different altcoins and different methods of staking too as well. So we go over all that inside of our Path to Cryptocurrency course. Be sure to check the link in the description box below if you are a brand new investor. This is a relatively cheaper course, but you'll get access to our private category on Discord too as well, to discuss some of the course information with other members as well. And with that being said, folks, I did want to let you know that we are on our way to 3,000 subs too as well. Once we hit 3,000 subs, we're doing a $100 giveaway in one of our favorite altcoins. So definitely come over here and get signed up for our newsletter. This is the only way to qualify for that $100 giveaway. Once you sign up, we'll do our drawing live at 3,000 subs. And then you can get notified by an email if you do win, and send me your alt address to send you those funds that you win. So I'll see y'all there. Definitely get signed up for this. If you want to join us in our Patreon membership group, like I said, we only have one more spot left for the 35% off special, and I'm taking care of these folks here, letting them know our best staking methods for some of the alts that we're in accumulation of as of right now. And other than that, folks, if y'all want to earn some passive income inside of the crypto space that doesn't have to do with staking, you can check out the Brave browser, which allows you to click ads in the bottom right hand corner. And then also you can check out CryptoTab browser, which allows you to mine Bitcoin straight from your computer. Check the links in the description box below. Market Cipher is on sale for 50% off. Check out that link too as well. And folks, that's about it for today. So we're looking for maybe a move back down to retest our 21 EMA, some consolidation out to the side. We're going to be keeping a close eye on these markets to see where they're going to be headed to, and I'll keep y'all updated with more videos in the future. So good seeing y'all, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.